My name's Danny Shea. I'm very happy to welcome you on behalf of the Air Pollution Control Board to the 19th Annual Air Pollution Control Achievement Awards, in which the board recognizes voluntary efforts to conserve energy or reduce process emissions, and also recognizes outstanding efforts in public education with respect to air quality or air pollution control. And this is something I still enjoy. This is the 19th time we've done it. My hair was black when this program started. Let me introduce the folks at the head table. To my right is Tom Richardson, who's Vice Chairman of the Air Pollution Control Awards, the Air Pollution Control Board. And to Tom's right is Mayor Tommy Battle. And to Mayor Battle's right is David Bowdle, who is also on the Air Pollution Control Board. There are 5 organizations being recognized today, and the way we'll do this, so nobody gets their feelings hurt or gets an inflated ego, we go in alphabetical order. But we'll do the Emission Reduction Awards first, and we'll do the Air Quality Education Award after. So, without further ado, the first company being recognized is Northrop Grumman. And Northrop Grumman implemented a number of energy conservation projects in 2015. And hopefully I'll keep it straight which one was at which facility. They replaced the computer room air conditioning systems at their wind drive facility. They replaced the high bay lighting at their Explorer Boulevard facility, and they installed automated lighting controls at their Voyager Way facility. And together, collectively, those projects resulted in 266 megawatt hours annually of electricity. That equates, that's a big number, and for most of us it doesn't really, we can't wrap our minds around it. But that's enough to power 16 homes in the Huntsville area. So that's a significant reduction in energy usage. And accepting the award on behalf of Northrop Grumman is Nancy Myers.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
The Air Pollution Control Board of the City of Huntsville is pleased to recognize the contribution to air quality by Northrop Grumman Corporation for lowering electricity consumption and associated regional emissions from power generation by replacing the computer room air conditioning units at their wind drive facility, installing LED lighting in the high bay at their Explorer Boulevard facility, and installing automated lighting controls at their Voyager Way facility. This Air Pollution Control Achievement Award is presented by resolution of the board this day, May 2nd, 2016.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Wonderful.
I should have thought to percolate the coffee before this started. Hopefully that's not too much of a distraction. I think it's almost done. But please drink some coffee when this is done, otherwise I'll really feel foolish. The next company that's being recognized is PPG Aerospace. What PPG did in 2015 is they installed variable frequency drives on the chilled water pumps that supply chilled water to their plant. So, you know, prior to installation of those variable frequency drives, basically they were circulating sort of the maximum amount of water for whatever cooling demand. Whereas now it's adjusted to what the actual need is. And it's amazing how much energy that actually saved. The electricity savings are 2.4 gigawatt hours annually. That's billion, as in a giga. And that's enough to power 143 homes in the Huntsville area. And interestingly, I don't know, I don't think Toyota got the idea from PPG, but this year Toyota's doing the same thing, and they're anticipating also very large energy savings from that. And accepting on behalf of PPG is Chris Lauzon.
Hi, Chris. Great. The Air Pollution Control Board of the City of Huntsville is pleased to recognize the contribution to air quality by PPG Aerospace Transparencies for lowering electricity consumption and associated regional emissions from power generation by installing variable frequency drive motors on their chilled water pumps. This Air Pollution Control Achievement Award is presented by resolution of the board on May 2nd, 2016. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
I'd like to say a few words.
Pardon?
Say a few words, if that's all right?
Oh, sure, certainly, yes.
Okay. Well, I'd like to start by thanking the Air Pollution Control Board and its members and Mayor Battle for selecting PPG Aerospace as a recipient of the 2016 Air Pollution Control Achievement Award. It's a great honor for both myself and PPG Aerospace. I've worked for PPG for over 10 years and can honestly say that I'm very proud to work for a company that cares so much for its employees, the communities in which we belong, and the environment in which we live. In the time I've worked at PPG, I've had the privilege to work on many energy reduction and sustainability projects. These projects have been part of PPG's Sustainability 2020 initiative. This is a company initiative that encompasses all aspects of our business, from the use and production of sustainable products, the reduction of energy consumption, and the generation of greenhouse gases, to employ well-being and community engagement. It is through this that PPG is able to minimize its environmental impact on both our workplace and our communities. I'd like to once again thank the Air Pollution Control Board and Mayor Battle and PPG for both recognizing and encouraging projects that reduce and conserve energy. Thank you.
The next company that's being recognized is Sanmina Corporation. Sanmina has an electronics assembly plant on South Parkway. And as part of that process, in assembling the PC boards, they solder the components to the PC boards. And as a preparatory step for that surface has to be cleaned so that you get a good solder connection. And the flux that they use for that contains volatile organic compounds. What Sanmina did in 2015, and they've done a whole series of things to reduce VOC emissions over the years, but in 2015, they installed a wave solder machine that's equipped with a nitrogen blanket. And the principal motivation for that was to reduce the amount of oxidized solder, which is called dross, that they have to send off for reclamation. But it also served to lower their volatile organic compound emissions by about 10%, which is significant. So we're very happy to recognize that project by Sanmina. And accepting on behalf of Sanmina is Rich Henrick.
The Air Pollution Control Board of the City of Huntsville is pleased to recognize the contribution to air quality by Sanmina Corporation for reducing electronics assembly process emissions of volatile organic compounds by replacing a wave solder machine with a unit equipped with a nitrogen blanket. This Air Pollution Control Achievement Award is presented by resolution of the board on August 1st, 2016.
On behalf of Sanmina and SCI Technologies, I'd like to thank the Air Pollution Control Board, Mayor Battle, of course, Danny Shea, who's the face we see on the ground in the plant every year. As we improve our processes and become more efficient, we do a couple of things. Of course, we're looking after the triple bottom line, which everybody here is familiar with. One of the most important things, as we're more efficient, our costs go down, our customer base increases, and the bottom line there is we add jobs. And so, as my boss, Carl Duckett, said the last time we were up here, this represents jobs. And we're really happy to be doing that for the community and just making the workplace better and hopefully having as small an impact on the environment as possible. Thanks again.
And the last company being recognized for emission reductions this year is Toyota Motor Manufacturing, Alabama. And Toyota is sort of a perennial fixture at these awards program. They have a phrase, or a word, a term called Kaizen, which is continuous improvement. And they apply that to energy usage, sustainability, environmental impact, as well as their production processes. So they're always looking for what else can we do, because it's part of their culture. And you know, the fruit gets kind of higher and higher on the tree as you continue this over a period of years. But they do continue to find additional projects they can implement. And in 2015. They already have one for 2016 as well, as I mentioned a few minutes ago. But in 2015, what they did is they replaced the streetlights on the plant roadways with light-emitting diode streetlights, which utilize a lot less energy. And the total amount of energy they saved by doing that is about 77 megawatt hours per year, and that's enough to power about 5 homes. And accepting on behalf of Toyota is Terry Phillips.
Hi, Terry. Nice to meet you. The Air Pollution Control Board of the City of Huntsville is pleased to recognize the contribution to air quality by Toyota Motor Manufacturing, Alabama, for lowering electricity consumption and associated regional emissions from power generation by installing LED lighting for their roadway lighting. This Air Pollution Control Achievement Award is presented by resolution of the Board on May 2nd, 2016. Congratulations.
If I may say a few words here. Just to say thank you on behalf of Jim Bolte, Dave Fernandez, our executive board, and the near 1,400 employees for Toyota Motor Manufacturing, Alabama. I'd like to say thank you to the Air Pollution Board for thinking so highly of us to award us this plaque here today. Toyota, as you know, started here in Alabama around 2001. And so for the near 13 years that we first introduced our first V8 engine here, we've always been a part of the community, and we've always tried to do what was right in the sight of the community and to the members as well. So since then, Toyota has grown in size to a 1.3 million square foot facility. And we are now producing 3 of our engines, and we are the first Toyota plant here in North America that's actually building all 3 of the engines. So we at Toyota, we take pride in trying to be environmentally conscious. We also try to do what's right with the team members. So this work does not come through anything that the executives or any of us do. It's through the team members. It's through the commitment to the community. and then from the outside collaborations from different companies that's helped us be what we are today. So right now, I just want to say thank you. Thank you again for all the accolades that you've given us. This is the 10th one that we've received so far. We hope that we continue to improve and develop our initiatives, our technology as well. Just to give you a couple of ideas of what we're doing now, as Mr. Shea had said earlier, we're also looking at working on our chiller system, installing VFD systems. But along with the VFD system, we've gone a step further and allowed controls to be able to monitor the outside temperature, looking at the wet bulb temperature, and being able to control the speed of the fans and the pumps as well. Along with that, this year, we've also changed out our high bay lighting as well. So we've changed out 1,300 fixtures in the plant, and that is also allowing us to save a lot of energy. So again, we continue to strive forward. We continue to try to do the right thing with the environment, and we just want to say thank you again for this opportunity.
So stay tuned. It sounds like Toyota's going to be back next year. As I indicated, the board also recognizes outstanding efforts in air quality education. And we have one recipient of an Air Quality Education Award this year, and that's the Alabama Center for Sustainable Energy. The target audience of the Alabama Center for Sustainable Energy, although they educate the general public, they place a great deal of emphasis on educating public school children and young adults. And as part of that effort, they developed an Energy K through 12 curriculum on sustainable energy for use in the public schools. And that was deployed so far to over 10,000 students. They've also developed solar energy kits for use in the classroom, and that's to be piloted at 2 schools in 2016. Another thing they've done is they partnered with James Clemens High School to build a sustainable energy tiny house. And that will not only help educate those students who participated, but it's a tool they can use in public education efforts in the future. So for these efforts, Alabama Center for Sustainable Energy is being recognized, and accepting on behalf of the center is Daniel Tate.
Hi, Daniel. The Air Pollution Control Board of the City of Huntsville is pleased to recognize the contribution to air quality by the Alabama Center for Sustainable Energy for providing sustainable energy education through development and deployment of a K-12 sustainable energy curriculum, development of a solar energy classroom kit, and construction of a sustainable energy tiny home with James Clemens High School. This Air Quality Education Award is presented by resolution of the board on May 2nd, 2016. Congratulations.
I really just wanted to get up here and say Roll Tide, but I was afraid that might get me jeered a little bit in this. But just close your ears real quick if that upsets you. I just wanted to thank the board and Mayor Battle as well for being here and awarding us this. We really enjoy this type of work and working with the kids in the schools and trying to bring the passion for a lot of the work that you guys do day in and day out, and trying to instill this ethic of conservation and sustainability in the kids so that we're all growing up in a world where the type of things that we're all doing is just the way that everybody does them. So y'all keep up the good work because you're doing a lot harder work than I am, and thanks again for having me and for the award.
And if Mayor Battle wouldn't mind making a few closing remarks, I'd appreciate that.
Thank you, Danny. And to each of you, I want to say congratulations and thank you so much for what you've done for our area. I was just looking over this list here, upgrading air conditioning units and high bay lighting and automating the lighting controls. Mayors understand that. Variable frequency drives for the chilled water pumps and control valves. Now, how you figured out that your control valves and your water pumps were running 24/7s, and then I can slow them down when I don't need them as much, and I can speed them up when I do need them more. Congratulations, guys. Boy, what great thinking that goes on. And then Sanmina come in with a wave solder machine that had a nitrogen blanket on it. Now, that's something that a mayor just nods at. He goes, that's a great idea. But, you know, and then Toyota coming in and replacing their high-pressure sodium streetlights, which I think that you just did in 15 to save energy, and now you've gone to LED lights because you can save more energy there. To each of you, you know, as someone said, this represents jobs, and this represents jobs in the area. It represents our area that wants to make a city better. And that's all we can ask of any of you, is that you help make this city better. And each one of you are great corporate partners. Each one of you I've seen here time and time again, and I know I'll see you again and again. But as we look at these awards each time, I'm just amazed at the creativity of our industry and what our people do to help us in that drive to keep attainment in this area. Attainment to us means staying down below the federal levels, and that gets lower and lower every year, and we keep making attainment levels, and that means jobs to us. That means that we can continue to grow. So thank you for all the work that you do. You make us proud to have each of you as a partner in the city of Huntsville, and there's no more that we can say than we love having great partners. Thank you so much.